All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and guys in go-karts, get ready. It's time for the Pure Garbage Podcast. Hey, Lex Cunningham here, folks, once again, live from Oshawa, from the original Garbage Room, or in this case, Garbage Den, in Oshawa, Ontario, with G.I. Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Captain Heingrinder.
The best.
And Jack Handy.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Marijuana. Smoke it, roll it, toke it, jam it in your cereal, put it on your toast.
Put it in your candy or cookies.
Your thoughts, Captain Heingrinder.
I only got one thing to say. It's about fucking time. You know why? Tax money, opioid use going down, suicide rate going down, reform going up, as in tax reform. Get all that money.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean... The thing is it's a win-win situation.
Okay.
You know, it's the only thing I don't like about it is that whole landlord thing.
Hold on to the landlord thing. We're going to come back to that. Your thoughts, G.I. Joe.
My thoughts is, if you look at like in Amsterdam, I just came back from Amsterdam a little while ago, and it's legal over there.
Smash a Tesla there too?
No, and it's legal over there, and the people are much more relaxed. Their crime is lower, and everybody seems so much happier. I mean, you go to a coffee shop. They got different flavors, different kinds, and they'll tell you, the guys that sell it to you, they'll say, well, so no, try this type. No, you don't want this one. You want this one. Very relaxed, and it's very organized, and it's, like you said, the tax money that you get from it, the revenue that's generated from it, and people are healthier over there because there's less stress. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, the economic value is we can't even imagine how great it's going to be. The jobs that are going to be created, all that good stuff.
Baby, you a song, you make me want to roll my...
And not just that, I mean, you take away the ability for criminals to make money, right?
Exactly.
You know, I mean, we're going to give it to a different kind of criminal.
I wouldn't really say that's totally true.
I disagree with that comment as well.
mean,
It's not true at all.
You're definitely going to cut back on the grow ops in somebody's basement, stuff like that.
Well, that's not true either, because as soon as this stuff's being legalized, you're allowed to grow 6 plants in your house.
Well, that's your personal plans, but I'm talking about what I'm saying is, like,
I walked up and said, baby,
you go, like, these licensed producers, they have to go through some very strenuous testing. A certain amount of each batch that they take has to be tested to see exactly what it is. What is
You mean
in
what
it.
strain of marijuana?
Not even
with
just what
THC
strain.
level?
Like, I mean, I'm going into, like, the insecticides that were used to protect it and what the levels for all of that stuff.
Right.
You're not getting that from Joe Blow in the basement.
Yeah,
you're
but
like, hey, good, bad, shitty.
Hey, but at the same time, I mean, Joe Blow in the basement is selling you an ounce for $180, and the Canadian government's selling you an ounce for $280.
I don't think that's going to last too long.
Yeah, but they're throwing all the HST and whatnot on that. So I mean, so if you're paying, say, $7 or $8 a gram from Joe Blow, or you're paying $15 or $16 a gram from, like, the government, aka like the liquor store or wherever they decide to sell it. Well, I mean, I'm going to Joe Blow
or whatever.
Yeah,
Good
I'm going to
point,
Joe Blow.
Joe.
I agree with there's been regulations and stuff, but I disagree with the government imposing all these taxes or this, that, and the other. You want to legalize it, but you want to take, if you will, take Joe Blow out of the system, out of the equation. That's why you're going to have to undercut. You're going to have to undersell. But they're coming in, we're going to charge HST, GST, and all this, that, and the other. You're opening up another black market.
Yeah, I think the system's going to self-correct very quickly. I mean, I think initially it's going to be a little high and people are going to stay back from it. And then they're going to realize that people are going to go order online from Vancouver. They're going to order online from PEI, the places that are going to charge a reasonable price. And then they're going to see.
In saying that, let me drop this on. Just let me add this point to the conversation here. Booze is legal. Cigarettes are already legal. Yet, you can still get illegal booze, illegal smoke. So when you say it takes out, the legal use of marijuana is going to take out all the other players, I don't believe that.
No,
I don't think all the other players, but definitely a lot of them.
I don't see it.
Well, one of the reasons why there's illegal
hold
booze
on.
and illegal
I know where you're going to go, and I don't mean to be rude when I say hold on in this particular case, unlike others.
Go Bills.
In the case of marijuana and the people that are involved in manufacturing it, currently right now say illegally, despite the fact in California that it's now legal. The government, the cost, and the actual supply of marijuana has gone up in that state. The government is charging a higher rate to consume it than the actual drug dealers do.
Well, you know what? When it comes to marijuana, like, who really gives a fuck if it's regulated or not? It's fucking marijuana. Like, what is it
Agreed.
going to do? Like, what are you going to fucking smoke a joint and fucking kill yourself? It's not fentanyl. It's fucking marijuana, for Christ's sake.
I think it more applies to
gives
the
a
people
fuck
who
if
are
it's
using
regulated.
it as a medical replacement.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But once again, I mean, like, you're using it to make it so you stop puking, or you make it so you stop getting headaches, or you make it so it dries up your fucking asshole because you can't stop shitting yourself.
Marijuana, if you will, it's like drinking a beer. You come home from work, you want to drink a beer to relax.
But you don't slap your wife out after you had 5 of them.
You know, it helps people relax, and it's actually what I've heard. It's not as detrimental as drinking a beer or alcohol. It's not as bad. I could be wrong, but
I'm going to tell you too. Marijuana brings up the libido. I love smoking a joint. And fucking
Does it make your cock hard? Is that what you're
It
trying
really
to say?
depends on the strain even there too, though.
I love smoking a joint and fucking my face off. I swear to God, it's called green Viagra.
Green Viagra.
So when you say it gives you wood and you like fucking, do you like fucking on marijuana?
yes.
I'd prefer.
it is definitely better.
So far as marijuana helping the libido.
I don't know why, but it does. I have no idea. I have no idea. For some reason, it gives you that stimulation towards your.
Well, it creates
PP
better
and-
sensitivity.
Yeah,
It makes
absolutely.
you more in tune to your body.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the greatest things to do is go work out when you're high.
I was just going to say that.
Well,
the guy's
That's
crusty.
amazing.
Sometimes I find it gets your heart rate kind of going, which kind of
Yeah, it can. It can.
You know, but also too is it helps your focus.
Yeah.
So now if you're focusing on fucking the whole time,
Exactly.
I mean, that's where it is.
It's alright with me.
Yeah.
Well, I know when I was in college, a lot of my friends who were in the
band room?
the entertainment, they would smoke before a concert.
See.
You know, of course, I didn't do it, and they would play these solos that were just unbelievable because it opens up your mind, it opens up your brain, and your ideas when you're improv, when you're on the sax and you're sitting there.
You're
Yeah,
more
well,
focused.
it also takes down those barriers that you would have, like that anxiety about, like, oh, am I going to do this right? You already know what you're doing. You're just going to do it.
Okay, so I'll add this to the discussion. I'm not anti-marijuana by no means, but at what age should you allow someone to smoke it?
Same age as alcohol, 19.
14?
I actually
19.
think it should be
In
higher.
Oshawa, in South Oshawa, I think. it's
21
12.
then?
25.
25?
Frontal cortex isn't developed until you're 25.
Okay, I can agree with that.
I mean,
25.
that said,
Nah,
I smoke
man,
my-
let people hit
See me right out of that.
High school.
Yeah.
high school, let them
High
hit
school.
joints, what, 17?
No,
it's
beginning
47.
beginning of high school.
Now, you know there
Yeah.
are repercussions for smoking too young.
Yes.
And one of them is it tends to slow you down.
If you know what I mean.
Well, the thing I laugh at is people's like, oh, you smoke dope, you're so fucking lazy. I have smoked dope and cleaned the house from fucking top to bottom.
I
I
smoked a joint and built a fence in my backyard.
May not have looked right when you were done,
No,
but
it
you
was
fucking did
fantastic.
it.
Cause I'm
It was probably the best fence I ever did because I was like, look at how great that looks.
I don't feel that marijuana is a narcotic that should be banned. I've always thought that it was a waste of time and a waste of manpower for police to be arresting people all across North America for these marijuana charges. Meanwhile, you got these guys running around assaulting kids, assaulting women, assaulting other people, and stealing, robbing, but also just doing deranged things to animals, usually in the middle of the night in Missouri.
Well,
Your
no.
thoughts, G.I. Joe?
Well, no, but you know, back in my law enforcement days, we used to do a lot of drug interdiction, and the amount of resources that was spent on trying to find a gram of marijuana, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but I could picture you with those peckerheads fucking going nuts over a gram of weed and
We
busting
did.
some poor
We did.
soul,
We did.
putting them in
We-
jail for
we went
15
nuts.
years, and
And
he's
then-
listening to this podcast in the cell right now, and he wants to come up to Oshawa.
No, but I'm saying is, if you look at the resources that are used, resources like you said that could be used elsewhere, and you know, prevention of whatever, you know, child, you know, whatever. It just, you know, when you got 15 state patrol cars sitting there and 5
For
or
a
6
guy that
county
has a
cars,
half gram of weed on
you
him
know,
or something.
yeah, and now now it's gonna, like even in
What a
Canada,
waste.
there's going to be these guys that are in jail for however long, and it's going to be legal. Do you pardon them all, or do you?
Correct me if I'm wrong there, Jack Andy. Don't they have, you know, a leg to stand on to come back and sue the government for incarceration?
Well,
I don't think they can sue them because they definitely the crime occurred when the law was
That's ex post
said that
facto.
it was legal.
Hey,
It was
look-
illegal.
Hey, look at the fact now that Julian Fantino, who was the ex-Toronto Police Chief and OPP Police Chief, is now into his own fucking grow-up shit.
And Bill Blair. Bill Blair is the MPP that's writing the law.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They're all ex-cops.
Thank you for listening to the Pure Garbage Podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play.